and we want to welcome you to a really special two-part series of training on how to set and achieve your health and fitness goals. We are super excited to bring this to you because, well, first of all, you guys said you wanted it, and we're putting it together because this is super important, y'all. It's that time when we start thinking about making changes for the long term, for our long-term good, for the good of ourselves, for our families, for the world. And, you know, it's this bright and hopeful time when we have a chance to set and achieve goals, to really make meaningful changes in our lives. So I want to seize this opportunity. I want to seize it. I'm really excited about this because I so want to empower you guys. I want you to know that you do have the power to make change. So the theme of tonight's episode is the dangerous lie that prevents us from achieving our health and fitness goals. And this is everything. This comes before diet. This comes before exercise. This lie, this whole theme is what makes it possible to change. Without this, you cannot change, guaranteed. So we really want to talk about this lie that is holding people back. This lie that is stopping people before they even start. And that's not where we want to be. So look, I'm going to go ahead and launch into a story. First, I want to tell you a story about my friend Clay. And you know him. It's Clayton Houston, who is here in this group. He's so active, and he's so, you know, he's shouting from the mountaintops about the amazing experience he's had in changing his body over the past 3 or 4 months. And you guys, I want you to know, I talked to Clay, and Clay and I have been friends a long time. And he told me a bit about his story. He was athletic growing up. All through his youth, he was athletic and in shape, in great shape. He was an athlete, and he got married and then had children and more children, and he bless his heart. And he built a business that, of course, takes all kinds of time and energy to run. And all of a sudden, the way he kind of related it to me was he kind of woke up about at 40, and he developed a dad bod. He'd gone from being an athlete, you know, having a good physique and being in good health, to being overweight and a full-fledged dad bod with the health problems to go along and the pot belly and the man boobs to go along with it, right? And I asked him, you know, what on earth? I mean, I know the feeling. But I asked him, you know, what happened? What stopped you from making the changes you knew that you needed to make, that you wanted to make? And he said, well, first of all, he did try with his wife to work out, because she'd gone through kind of a similar experience. And they tried working out. And, you know, it wasn't that he didn't have time. It wasn't that he didn't want to. He just understood that it's a natural part of the aging process, and that he couldn't build muscle like he could when he was younger, and he couldn't lose fat like he could when he was younger, because he was aging. And getting older meant that you would grow round around the belly, that you would develop health problems, that you would get on all kinds of medications, and you were kind of just on your way out. That's the natural way of things. That's what he had seen growing up. That's what he had seen, you know, with his family. And that's what he believed was natural. What he believed was natural. He had bought into the lie that getting out of shape, being in ill health is part and parcel of growing older. Do you see? It was a mindset thing. He had believed, he had bought into a lie. And anybody watching, I want you to know, you've probably heard that. Have you heard that before, that lie about aging means that you can't get in shape anymore, that the things that work for other people don't work for you? If you've ever heard that, or if you've ever bought into that yourself, would you please let me know? Comment in the comments below. Just comment lie. I really want to know who else had this experience. Surely it's not just Clay. Surely it's not just me. Surely it's not just Jackie. But, you know, we've all been told that, hey, as you get older, well, you just naturally fall out of shape and you get in ill health, and there's really nothing you can do about it. It's just the way of things. Well, he's reversed all that. And it can be done. But anyway, it all started with flipping a switch in his mind, believing that it was possible. So what about you?
Well, I have a similar story. Growing up, I was never thin. I wasn't obese, but I had junk in the trunk. My mom's maiden name is Zmolik, and I was always told I inherited that Zmolik butt. Apparently, we all carry around a little junk in the trunk. And so I just kind of thought that that's always what I was going to look like. I was always going to have a big lower half. And as I grew older too, I reached a point where, I was tracking calories. I was doing everything right. I was probably only eating about 1,200 calories a day. And I was teaching PE, and I was getting some days up to 20,000 steps in the day. So I was getting lots of exercise. I was going to the gym twice a week to lift weights for an hour or more at a time. And my weight was standing still. So I just assumed that was my genetic makeup. That was what I was supposed to look like. And it didn't matter what else I was going to do, because that was me. I was Zmolik through and through, and I was going to look like my people. I remember when I first started dating Jonas, I remember telling him, those Eastern European women you see in the Olympics? Those are my people. And so I just always assumed that genetically I was going to be heavier. And it wasn't true. It's a lie. And it's a lie that I believed for a long time, until I changed the way that I exercise.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you have heard that, if it's been told to you that you're going to follow the same pattern that your parents followed, and that your siblings followed, and that your grandparents followed, and there's nothing you can do about it. If you have ever bought into that, or if you've ever been told that, please, again, comment below, lie. I really want to explore this phenomena. I want this community to come together and rebuke that, because it is exactly that. It is a lie. Look, you guys, we are constantly bombarded with spiritual influences. There are good ones and there are bad ones, right? It's not, the cartoon that you saw when you were a kid with a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other is not that far from the truth. Now, whether you want to frame it as spiritual influences, which I do, or psychological influences, negative self-talk and positive self-talk, whatever. The fact is, it's real, and it happens. And whichever voice you choose to listen to will determine your future. If you choose to buy into the lies, what Satan called the accuser, the father of lies, if you choose to buy into that, then I promise you, he's speaking death, despair, hopelessness into your life. That's what will result. You will not achieve any goals, because you won't even bother to set them, because you don't believe it's possible, because he's got you fooled. So listen, that's what we really want to do. We want to encourage you guys. Listen to that angel. Listen to that angel who speaks life, who speaks hope, who speaks the truth that you can take charge and make your future brighter than it is right now, than it seems even possible. You have that power. So if you bought into those lies, comment lie below. And I'll tell you what we want to do. We want to reach out to you guys. We want to care for our community. I want to reach out to you guys and just have a conversation. I want to know what's going on in your mind. I want to know about what sort of goals, what sort of visions you have for your future, and what sort of limiting beliefs, what sort of lies are holding you back. So we're going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to talk about the other side, how we can divest ourselves of these lies, how we can start listening to the positive influences and make that brighter future. But look for our message, and we will continue this conversation tomorrow. And so please do come back. I'm so excited about this training right here, because you guys, nothing can happen until you check your beliefs. Because what you believe will determine what you do, and what you do will determine what you get, what you have. Okay? You will not get results if you do not do the work because you didn't think it was possible in the first place. Okay? We can change. We're here to help you do it, and we all want to do it together. Let's make 2021 our year, okay? God bless y'all from the bottom of my heart. I want to see you achieve your goals. God bless you. We love you.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Remember, it's possible, and a healthy family is a happy family.
Amen. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, y'all.